Hey, World Warriors! I'm Brian CrowMn for a CrowMn review, and welcome to CrowMn Manifesto. This special production marks 6 years of a CrowMn review, and that's amazing, and hopefully that means many more to come. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this journey so far. Whether you're here for the full-length production, or maybe you're just here from the reviews, I hope you enjoy everything that we have to offer this month. So let's just get right into things. You guys remember last year's anniversary celebration? Indeed, Asuka Month served as a serious inspiration for this year's anniversary, for Fan Service February, for CrowMn Manifesto. I mean, I named this thing after that series of Gravure DVDs I reviewed last year. And while those reviews are absolutely some of my best work on the channel, I was still left feeling like I hadn't really gotten a true Gravure experience. I mean, it's one thing seeing wrestlers try their hand at Gravure and being able to witness their efforts firsthand, but I never had anything to really compare it to. I'd never seen Gravure before. So for this year, I thought I'd try something a little different to start. I thought I'd try and gain a little bit of insight and perspective by watching an actual Gravure DVD with an actual Gravure model. And I think I might have found the perfect starting point with another take on CrowMn. So, CrowMn is probably one of my favorite games of all time. It's an incredibly stylish, romantic horror, panic puzzle game revolving around themes of love, relationships, and commitment, with a hell of a story and a great friggin' cast of characters. The gameplay progresses at a nice pace, upping the complexity and difficulty well enough that you're not too overwhelmed by the time you reach the end, where they're just fucking throwing everything at you.
New record, new record. New record track. Keep moving to avoid being skewered. New record, new record.
Whoa!
New record, new record steps. New record.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
The cutscenes and voice acting are seriously top-notch, and this game was kind of my introduction to Atlus games as a whole. It was an incredibly unique game at the time, and still kinda is. Just try and find a game like CrowMn and you'll mostly just get a list of cheap-looking dating sims. Fuck is this? Not to mention that start menu.
CrowMn!
Oh, fuck, that's the best. So Studio Happy Chicken released another take on CrowMn in the spring of 2012, just a year after the initial release of the game in Japan. Mind you, this isn't an official Atlus production. From Happy Chicken's Charlie Mibe.
Now, keep in mind, another take on CrowMn has not been endorsed by Atlus, so we have gotten as close as we can to the source material without treading into dangerous legal territory.
I don't know if that's what his voice actually sounds like, but it's legally different, which is the best kind of different, really. But yeah, another take on CrowMn is it's a loose interpretation of the game, which I guess we'll get into more as we break it down scene by scene. Another take stars Gravure model Coco. I couldn't actually find a whole lot about her other than she used to be a Pocky girl, which I imagine is like Japan's version of a Fanta girl. So that's pretty cool. I guess. Anyways, after our opening credits, our first scene starts off with a bit of voiceover narration.
Yeah, I knew her. Well, actually, it was after I met Catherine. You know, those things happen. No, I'd say she was more like a cancer. No, what's the right word? Parasite. But that makes her sound bad.
Okay? And on to our first scene with Coco dressed as the game's title character, Catherine. Although dressed might not be the right word, it's more that Coco's wrapped in red ribbon. It's actually a pretty nice reference to one of the sexy pictures Catherine sends you in the game, so that's pretty cool. Right off the friggin' bat, though, we need to discuss something that's rather pervasive on this production. What the fuck is this filter? What is it? Why? It's... Okay. I get it. I think. I probably know why. I can even kind of see where Happy Chicken was going here with their filter of choice. It's meant to look a little off. A little dreamy or like a memory. Maybe even a little pixelated because video games. But it's bad. It's really bad. Like, just on its own, it's pretty shite, but when you combine it with other technical and editing problems, it just amplifies those problems. Like this scene, for instance. I got 3 words for you. Con-fucking-trast. Yeah, that checks out. CrowMn Manifesto had a scene with some really bad contrast, but that scene can't even touch this one because of that goddamn filter. And get fucking used to it because it's present for every single scene. That filter, every single. Fucking kill me. Oh, okay, but what about the scene itself? What about Coco? Because literally this entire review could be devoted pretty much to the filter use of Another Take, so let's just maybe give it a rest for now. Yeah, Coco's fine. She definitely exudes a sense of sexuality and confidence that was mostly lacking in my previous Gravure reviews. Besides being a cool reference to the source material, Coco wearing nothing but ribbon is pretty sexy, and she handles herself carefully enough that it's not an awkward mess of Coco trying not to spill out of the outfit anytime she moved. The music definitely lends credence to the dreamlike quality of the scene. I liked it. Between this and the opening sequence, the soundtrack of Another Take is definitely a plus. I also really like that brief point of view sequence near the end. The only problem was shortly after that part, the music kind of faded out to silence, so you'd expect that the scene would be over too, right? Right? That's what I would assume. I think that's what most people would assume, that once the music fades out, that the scene would fade out. Only that's not what happened. The scene went on for like another minute and a half, like a whole 90 seconds of Coco still doing the sexy red ribbon scene in complete silence. No soundtrack, no like actual raw like audio from like the actual shoot, just silence, just awkward silence. Anyways, obligatory shower scene. Since there's no beach scene on this DVD, spoilers! We have to go with the go-to scene in a bathroom. And it's Coco taking a shower in a one-piece bathing suit. Again, the gravure trope of bathing with clothes on. I know I ranted about this before last year, but it's never not gonna be weird to me, World Warriors. She ditched the Catherine wig, which, I mean, I guess. It'd probably get ruined in the shower anyways. I mean, it's not like it was an amazing wig to begin with, so... Sure, whatever. God, that filter, though. Seriously. So, something that I noticed on another take, and it became especially clear during this scene specifically, but like... Close-ups just don't fucking mean anything. Like, you guys remember the CrowMn Manifesto DVDs? Those close-ups were all pretty pervy, focusing in on Asuka's time magic breasts or her ass, but you could at least always tell what the camera was focusing on. Compare that to another take where, like, the combination of zooming in too far, too close, the general blur of the production, and then that goddamn fucking filter, and it creates this perfect storm of, like, what the fuck am I even looking at? Like, here, try and decipher some of these screenshots for me. Yeah, hey, hi, how you doing? How'd you do? Did you get any of them right at all? Were you able to decipher a single one of those screenshots? Yeah? Really? Oh, well, congratulations. You get to advance to the next scene. And if you didn't get any of them right, if you had no fucking idea what you were looking at, your punishment is that you have to watch the next scene. Shut up. Let's start with the most obvious. Your production has kind of looked like shit so far because of your filter use. So instead of realizing this and backing off, you've actually doubled down on it. But like, again, within the context of this scene, like, I can appreciate that your filter use kind of makes sense. Like, I get it. Coco forgot to shut off her camera after the Twitch stream of Windjammers that she was doing. And now we're just voyeuristically watching her in her room while she dances around in sexy outfits. But oh my god, it's a visual mess! That's not what a webcam feed looks like! Did Coco do the entire Windjammer stream like that? Couldn't someone have told her in the chat that her camera's, like, super busted? Also, I've just kind of accepted the fact that that Catherine wig is just lost forever. Coco wasn't wearing it in this scene, and she's not going to be wearing it in any other scene. It's a shame, because this scene could have been fine. Coco's dancing worked well enough for the scene, and showcasing a variety of outfits. Some kind of black and leopard print thing, sexy maid, sexy nurse. The music went along with the dancing pretty nicely. There's definitely one point where Coco's getting up off the bed, though, and she kind of stumbled for a brief second. Pretty sure that was kept in on purpose because they actually fit it with the music. Yeah, nice enough scene. Okay, so this next scene, I don't actually think I can show you guys anything from this scene. So, in lieu of that, I'm just gonna read you the notes that I took for this scene verbatim, so you can kind of get a clear idea of what was going on, since I I'm not going to show you anything from this scene. Okay, Vibrator scene. The fuck am I doing? Why did I fucking do this? Is this even gravure anymore? Why did they film it from this perspective? Can I even put clips of this on YouTube? Tit fucking the vibrator. Okay, fingers in the underwear. I am not being teased anymore. I'm being masturbated at. Fuck right off. You do not need to get on all fours. That's a close-up I didn't need. Whoa, okay, that vibrator got pretty low there. How long is this fucking scene? You know what? That bending over backwards part was pretty hot. I was so focused on what's going on that I didn't even write down yet that there's no audio. This fucking scene is silent, nothing, no music. The sound of the disc spinning sounds like a vibrator. I'm pretty sure I know what Coco's asshole looks like. Isn't like... A lot of the appeal of a masturbation scene, the audio. Hearing her breath change ever so slightly as she inches towards orgasm accompanied by a cacophony of lewd moans and proclamations of utter ecstasy. Not fucking silence. Oh my dog. And I underlined that several times because I literally wrote, oh my dog. That's what it actually says. Is this scene almost over? Pretty sure she just came. Cute freckle on her butt. Fine, whatever, I'll talk about this then. There's definitely another filter on this scene that, like, flattens the colors, giving it this vaguely painted kind of look. You can really see it in Coco's hair and face. Oh, it's over. 15 minutes. That scene was 15 fucking minutes. Fucking kill me. So this last one here I can barely count as a scene. It's a post-shower Coco dancing in a towel as filters and transitions accompany the music. Less of a scene and more of a music video almost. It's too short to really be anything. It really felt like Another Take just kind of ended with a... Oh yeah, and it's all a dream, so...
Fucking kill me.
And while that was the conclusion of the main feature, Another Take does have a bonus scene featuring Coco and a second girl, Moe Takahashi, taking turns filming one another on a bed. This was actually my favorite scene on the whole DVD. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that it just wasn't some blurry, filtered mess. Like, it was just really simple. Two girls on a bed doing some posing. No bullshit. Plus, Moe's pretty cute. She's got a really nice smile, cute poses. I like the quiet piano music. It shot nicely enough. It was good enough that I wouldn't mind seeing more of Moe, so that's probably the best first impression I could have. Then it's Coco's turn, and you can really see the contrast between their modeling styles. While Moe goes for more of a cute style, Coco's all about sexy seductive. A lot of touching herself suggestively, grinding, arching the back. Yeah, again, this is the best scene of Another Take. And with all that said, there's only one thing left to do. Another Take on Catherine. Final thoughts. Okay, so... yeah. This is a really loose interpretation of Catherine. There's only one scene where Coco's actually dressed like the title character, and that's really the only vague reference the DVD makes.
Love is over.
Yeah, sure, that one too. I found the editing really distracting, and again, while I can kind of see the direction they were going for with some of these, I'd like to think there might have been a better way to go about doing it. And what about those multiple friggin' voids of silence this thing had? Coco seems like a good enough gravure model. She's definitely confident in the way she moves, whether striking poses or dancing, but sadly the filters and close-ups actually kind of make it difficult at times to appreciate how she looks. That said, and I almost kind of feel horrible for saying this, my favorite part of Another Take was the bonus scene, specifically Moe's part. I think it honestly just came down to personal preference there. Can't really help it there. I guess I just prefer cute over sexy. To conclude, Another Take was fucking awkward, but in a completely different way. With the CrowMn Manifesto DVDs, the awkwardness came from the model's inexperience and general scene direction. Another Take's awkward came down to the editing and long gaps of silence and the vibrator scene. Yeah, that scene. Anyways, this has just been the beginning of CrowMn Manifesto, so I hope you World Warriors have liked what you've seen so far and decide to stick around. It's gonna be a hell of a show. One hell of a show.